A Royal Navy warship on a routine exercise has docked in Gibraltar. Its arrival comes after heightened tensions over the territory between Britain and Spain. Authorities say HMS Westminster's presence is not part of the diplomatic dispute, and it will join 9 other vessels taking part in a pre-planned international training exercise. Sky's David Bowden is live in Gibraltar for us. And David, you've been speaking to the First Minister. What's he had to say?
Well, he's very diplomatic, of course. Everybody is seeing these ships arriving here. There are in fact 3 of them, a warship and 2 Royal Fleet Auxiliary support vessels arrived here this morning. They're now safely berthed in the harbour here. Of course it was routine, of course it was planned, but a lot of the locals are saying good on the British military. It's good to flex a bit of our military muscle on a weekend that, of course, the Spanish sent a flotilla of small fishing boats over here to protest. But the First Minister is very diplomatic. I had a long chat with him this morning, and he explained that it's the EU who's got to get into this and sort it out.
Everybody in Gibraltar would have liked to have seen the EU move even more quickly. But I think now that the British Prime Minister has become involved and has engaged with the EU Commission does have to act. Remember that the EU Commission is the guardian of all of the rights and obligations in the treaty, and therefore it must engage very quickly. There is speculation that Mr Rajoy will also be speaking with Mr Barroso today in an attempt to justify the actions being taken at the border. The EU has to become involved directly and see for itself what is happening.
And David, Downing Street also been talking about their approach. What have we learned?
Well, I think Downing Street is adamant that this is an issue that should go away. There shouldn't be a clampdown on the border. There has been word from the EU that this mooted €50 admission fee, if you like, to get from Spain to Gibraltar or the other way round would be illegal if the Spanish tried to implement it. I've been down to the border just before I came to speak to you, Sarah, and one of the guards there told me on the Gibraltar side that he'd passed through over 1,000 pedestrians from Spain into Gibraltar in just half an hour. He said that was unheard of. The reason they're coming on foot, of course, is they don't get caught in the log jam, the traffic jam of cars that are trying to get through, which sometimes can stretch for 2, 3, 4 hours, and it's very warm here.
David, thank you.